Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half. But it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And if you look back to last week, it was all about their defense. Anytime you hold an NFL team to single digits, that's saying something.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
That's it. Ready to eat. Here we go. Tight right. Ready.
On first down, Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. I'm not sure exactly what they had planned for play number one from scrimmage, but I can guarantee it wasn't that interception.
No doubt about that one, because in their daydream, this was going to be a dream play to get things started. Instead, it turned into a nightmare for them.
That's a what? 39. 56, the mark. Ready to go.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. The numbers a week ago for Michel: 17 carries, 85 yards, and a touchdown.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
Here we go. Check it out. Check.
On second down, Michel. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. From the gun, it's Ryan. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Getting set to go again here, Cam Newton marches back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. The starters defensively now for the Falcons. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
Here we go.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down.
Ricky. Check 50. Check 50.
Open man is Samuel, complete. He's got daylight. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
I know that's their first connection in this game, but you and I both know that Julio Jones is without a doubt his quarterback's favorite target.
Oh, yeah, Matt Ryan loves this guy. Who wouldn't?
Yeah, and the reason that he's that is because of his dependability. And quarterbacks have to have that from their receivers, meaning they know where they're going to be when they're running certain routes. They don't break them on them. They don't change them up and do their own freelance stuff and put their quarterbacks in bad situations. Matt Ryan has ultimate trust in Julio Jones. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 41, Ryan, he completes it to Jones. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. So the points coming fast and furious in this opening quarter. Whoa.
Yeah, both defenses, they're looking pretty exploited right now with the way these offenses are attacking. They are a step behind, back on their heels, whatever cliche you want to use. Right now, they're trying to figure out how to slow them down, and I'm not sure they're going to be able to.
Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the Falcons score to cap it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Man, I got you.
Throwing is Newton. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a run with McCaffrey. Oh, he sheds himself free. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. McCaffrey on the counter. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 5 yards will get him back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Getting set to go again on offense, we get a peek at Julio Jones now. The early returns for him, very good to start this season. Interesting to see if he can keep up that torrid pace.
Yeah, when you're talking about averaging 100 yards a game as a receiver, extrapolate that over 16 games, and you're having a monster season. So, yeah, you love what he's doing early, but I think it's got to go back to the offseason, doesn't it? It's got to go back to the roots, spending time with the guy who's going to throw the ball to him, spending time watching tape, spending time reading defenses, and, of course, getting himself ready to play.
And just no... chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go play action with Ryan. His throw incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And he'll get that to Michelle, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10-10 our score after 1 on EA Sports. of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. We want this.
Hey, Will.
Play action. Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Right there.
To throw again. Ryan under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
It's caught. Jones. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Ready. 280.
Mike 5-4.
21. 25. Check.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Michelle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Ready. Ready.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st. Michelle. Well, the ball is out. Michelle lost it. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down. Newton on 1st down. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Panthers have the 1st. It's a gain of 12. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Ready.
Go. Kill.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
That's it, baby.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Come on.
On 2nd down now, it's West. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Lay the
And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future all-pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Ryan. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Luke Kuechly able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. And it's complete. Hooper called that a very strong gain of 24.
Here we go.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman of the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. There, no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
Ryan's throw caught by Jones. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And just as you called it after the earlier sack, they set up the screen. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Defensively, looks like they were thinking the same thing you were. You mentioned maybe being able to hit them with some screens, but they were ready.
Yeah, it's not just the guys who have the headsets on offense that do the thinking, right? They saw, they understood what they did, and said, you know something, how would you try to play it against us? And they were ready for it.
And for a second straight play, just nowhere to go, thanks to this Carolina defense. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Now Ryan. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Ryan now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Switch. Check 4.
11.
Now it's Ryan. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Matt Ryan and the offense heading back onto the field. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, come on, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 30 on second down, Ryan. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Right there.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And a throw there going to be incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up. The Bears are going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
So here are the Panthers set to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. A shotgun snap for Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 22 yards there, a first down. McCaffrey. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. On 2nd and 11 now. Newton. He's going to take off with it and avoids the contact by sliding. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. Throwing on third down, Newton. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And now let's discuss Julio Jones. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. And quickly they get to the line.
Check. 59.
On 3rd and 1, Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 16, first down, Falcons.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
59, ready. 280. 21.
A first down carry for Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a...
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We have not seen much on offense from either side these last few drives. It has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
Let's go, D.
They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. And that will be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On now, Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. 3rd and long, it's Newton. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. By the way, third quarter now in Cincinnati as we take a look at the NFL scoreboard. And now the Redskins, they've opened up a 2-touchdown lead there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll try to get this offense going with Michel. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Here's Ryan to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
They have, you're right, they have had no room to breathe.
Check it back.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Ryan. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 13-yard line. He can really smell 800 catches right now because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. Ryan now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have once again taken the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap, and they exploited it.
Parkey adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now, after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. From the 50, Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. And that's incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's McLeod. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Newton sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just thinking what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Check.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. K1 short with a sack. That's 300. £15 a man right there. Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hold on to victory there, would be their 3rd of the year.
51, stop!
59 mark, check, 59.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Ryan looking downfield for Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection. That time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This will be 3rd and 19. From the gun, it's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Luke Kuechly getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now it's Newton. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Matt Ryan and the Falcon offense set to get going again. Certainly they want to win this game, but down 3, they know what they need to do. Get in field goal range, at least have a chance to tie it.
And if you approach it the right way, you almost have a safety net. Knowing just a field goal gets it done. You don't press for the touchdown, but you take it if the opportunity comes. If the opening's there, someone slips in the secondary and you get a big play. But otherwise, get the 3. Put that on the board and try to extend the game.
They'll be trying to muster 3. Of course, they'd love the score to win it. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Gano the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So Ryan and the Falcons down by 10. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Their perfect start to the season in serious peril as they come up on 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And this one's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. But it's going to be 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
39. Let's go, D. Let's go.
To throw again. Ryan. Complete to Jones. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. That was nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K'Wan Short in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Time a factor as Ryan will hustle him to the line. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Ryan to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
this defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Ryan. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. And this one going to wrap up with Cam Newton going down to a knee. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Carolina, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young